Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our 12th lecture for this course, Reading 102 with me, Abdullah Bilham. Lecture 12 will talk about Unit 5, Beyond Science. So we will continue with this chapter for this lecture. The reading will be about time traveler. So time traveler is someone who travels through time. For example, he comes from the future and visits the past, and this is a science fiction article. يعني هذه القطعة عبارة عن خيال، نوع من الخيال العلمي. Some people think that time traveler exists. Some of them, of course, doesn't exist. We know that. Okay, so the new vocabulary. I will discuss the new vocabulary. I'll just read the new vocabulary and then I will discuss them after I go through reading the whole passage. So the first word is account, animated, anomaly, astonishment, bewildered, cosmic, decade, evoke, frantically, future, halt, hunt, maneuver, nippy, abstract, perspective, pounder, profile, provision, puzzle, relic, revet, sanity, spellbound, sufficient, and vanish. Okay, in this passage, we're not going to take the whole passage, so I've selected some of the paragraphs which I think are very important, because this passage is really long, so I had to cut it down to I think 6 or 7 paragraphs. Okay, vocabulary definitions. We have almost 6 words with their definitions. So we have the first word is picture perfect, which means so perfect that it looks or looked like a photo. So when you say this thing is perfect, picture perfect, means it's really good. جدا جيدة. Okay, جدا جيدة, perfect, كاملة, كأنها صورة. Traffic free. So traffic free is clear of all vehicles. When you say, for example, this drink in هذا المشروب sugar free, okay, sugar free, that means لا يحتوي على سكر. Or salt free. So same thing. Traffic means المرور. And if you say traffic free, so it means there is no cars, there is no traffic, it's not crowded over there. Churchill back type. A smooth, rounded top typical of cars from the 40s. Okay, in the 40s they were these famous turtleback type. السيارات تشبه السلحفاة. We can see some of the cars here, like the Mini Cooper. The Mini Cooper is a turtleback type. Showroom condition. Perfect condition, like new. So when you say this car is a showroom condition, or is in a showroom condition, it means it's really perfect. It's almost brand new. تعتبر جديدة. Mint condition is the same as showroom condition. It has the same meaning. It means new. On the verge of, very close to. So when we say, for example, the investigator is on the verge of knowing the criminal, or getting to know the real identity of the criminal. So he is very close to get to get the identity of the criminal or the thief. Okay, I'm gonna read the passage now. Reading passage. Start with paragraph 1. I take pleasure in sharing with you the following occurrence because I personally interviewed one of the parties involved and have repeatedly gone over the incident with him these past 6 years. So he's gonna make an interview with some guy who thinks that he saw some time travelers, people who travel from the future and came to the past, for example, now. Okay, so he made this interview with this guy or with these guys who believe that they saw people from the future. Okay, LC, his real initials. So there's a guy called LC. So he has a full name, which we don't know, but he gave his initials to this guy, which is LC, has been my friend for 15 years. But as we visited together one day about 6 years ago, he told me of this most amazing event in his life, which haunts him to this day. So haunts here means gets him creepy, get him scared of something that he always remembers, and when he remembers, he gets a bit scared or annoyed. So this is almost the meaning of haunt. LC, now paragraph 2. LC and a business associate, Charlie, fictitious name. So there is another guy who's called Charlie, but it's not his name. When we say fictitious name, we mean it's a fake name. We say it's a fake name. So had just finished lunch in the small southwest Louisiana town of Abbeville. Still discussing their work, they began their drive north along Highway 167 towards oil center city of Lavette, about 15 miles away. The date was October 20th, 1969, and the time was about 1:30 in the afternoon. It was one of those picture-perfect, days in fall. As we said, picture-perfect means, as perfect as a picture. Clear blue skies and a nippy 60 degrees. Nippy here means a bit cold. When there's a wind and the wind is chilly, we call it nippy. Just right conditions for cruising along with the car windows rolled down. So the weather was chilly, and the weather was great. The day was picture perfect, blue skies. It's fall, and so they decided just to open the windows and enjoy the weather. Okay, paragraph 3. The highway had been particularly traffic free. So the highway was traffic free, no traffic in the highway. It's not crowded. Until they spotted some distance ahead what appeared to be an old turtleback type auto traveling very slowly. So they saw a car that was traveling very slowly in this highway. As they closed the distance between their vehicle and this relic from the past, which relic from the past is we call the vehicle in this relic from the past relic, we call it athar, something you've spotted. Their discussion turned from their insurance work to the old car ahead of them. So they were talking about the insurance company and blah blah blah, and after they saw this car, they changed the topic from talking about insurance companies to talking about this car. While the style of the auto indicated it to be decades old, so decades mean years and years, like 10 years, decade. Okay, so each decade is 10 year, and decades means it's maybe 43 years old. It appeared to be in showroom condition, so it be in showroom condition. It appeared to be new, which evoked words of admiration from both Elsie and Charlie. Because the car was traveling so slowly, the two men decided to pass it, but before doing so, slowed to better appreciate the beauty and mint condition of the vehicle. So mint condition, as I said, it's new condition. As they did, Elsie noticed a very large bright orange license plate with the year 1940 clearly printed on it. This was most unusual and probably illegal unless provisions. Okay, so he thought, this print, the this the print of the license of the car, or the license of the car, is an old one, and they think this plate is supposed to be illegal, unless they have a provision, unless they have a they have the green light to do this. So they have the green light to get this old plate, license plate. Provisions had been made for the antique car to be used in ceremonial paradise. So they have the provision, they have the okay to use this car, for example, in ceremonial paradises. Okay. As they passed the car slowly to its left, Elsie, who was in the passenger seat, noticed the driver of the car was a young woman dressed in what appeared to be 1940 vintage clothing. This was 1969, and the young woman wearing a hat complete with a long curled feather and a fur coat was, to say the least, a bit unusual. So they saw this woman, and this woman, wore clothes that returns to the 1940, and it's a bit strange to wear these stuff now, when it's 1969. Okay. A small child stood in the seat next to her, possibly a little girl. The gender of the child was hard to determine, as it too wore a heavy coat and cap. The windows of her car were rolled up, a fact which puzzled Elsie. Okay, puzzled means here make him think, make him doubt. Okay, خلته يبدأ يتساءل، يبدأ يحتار في الموضوع، في الشيء اللي شافه. Because though the temperature was nippy, it was quite pleasant, and a light sweater was sufficient to keep you comfortable. As they pulled up next to the car, their study turned to alarm, as their attention was riveted to the animated expressions of fear and panic on the woman's face. Driving alongside of her at near Coral, no traffic in either direction allowed this maneuvering. So maneuvering means when you go left or right. When you try to maneuver, you try to pass. They could see her frantically looking back and forth, as if lost or in need of help. She appeared on the verge of tears, so she was very close to, cry. Being on the passenger side, Elsie called out to her and asked if she needed help. To this she nodded yes, all the while looking down. Old cars set a little higher than the low profiles of today's cars. With a very puzzled look at their vehicle, Elsie mentioned to her to pull over and park on the side of the road. He had to repeat the request several times with hand signs and mouthing the words, because her window was rolled up and it seemed she had difficulty hearing them. They saw her being to pull over, so they continued to pass her so as to safely pull over also in front of her. As they came to a halt on the shoulder of the road, Elsie and Charlie turned to look at the old car behind them. However, to their astonishment, to their wonders of the things that's happening, there was no sign of the car. Remember that this was on an open highway with no side roads nearby, no place to hide a car, and its occupants had simply vanished. So the car with the woman and the child vanished from the place. It disappeared. So vanish here means disappeared. Okay, that's the end of the passage. I didn't want to continue with take the whole passage because it's very long and some parts of it are unnecessary for us. Okay, multiple choice questions. Okay, we have 4 multiple choice questions. The first multiple choice question, the word hunt. The word hunt means A, appears in a scary way, B, appears in a peaceful way, C, shows, D, fright. So hunt, when your memories hunt you, they come in a scary way. So you get confused, you get scary, you know, get frightened from these memories. So assumingly the best answer will be A, appears in a scary way. So A is the answer for number 1. Number 2, the word traffic free means A, few traffic, you know, little traffic, B, no traffic, so there's no traffic at all, C, no accidents, D, traffic lights. Okay, so best answer, and obviously the right answer is B, no traffic. So the word traffic free means B, no traffic, no traffic. Number 3, the word nippy means hot, A, B, humid, C, chilly, D, freezing. We said that nippy means it's a little bit cold. Not that very cold, but it's good, pleasant cold. So it's obviously not hot, and it's not humid, because hot means har, humid means ratab. Chilly means there's a breeze, there's a wind, and it's a little bit cold, a little bit. Okay. D means freezing, so really cold. And as I said to you, it's just a simple cold. So C, chilly, is the right answer. So the word nippy means C, chilly. Okay. Number 4, the synonym of the word vanished. The synonym of the word vanish is A, appeared, D, B, disappeared, C, hide out, D, provoke. Appeared means show off, disappeared means, you know, it's lost, you cannot find it, it's not here anymore. Hide out means when you hide out, تتخبى. Provoke, when you make something up. So the right answer is disappeared. So vanished is the synonym of vanished is B, disappeared. B, disappeared. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and see you on lecture 13.